Now, I'm not saying that slaves were not beaten. I'm not saying that slaves were not deleted. That, of course, happened. But that did not happen the way it happens in movies.
Welcome back to Ran-DomU. It's go time.
Optimus, maximize!
I've realized here at Random University that I need to come up with another department to use. And that department is going to be the accountability department. Because, well, quite frankly, I guess if you've looked at any of my other videos, I've started trying to hold some of these Sly Coopers accountable on some of the things that they've been saying and the hypocrisies that are out there. And the fact that they're trying to grift off that YouTube algorithm, and the fact that they're trying to steal a lot of people's money. And quite frankly, that really bothers me because I really hate scammers. This next video is going to be about a guy named Angry Man who has made quite the noise in black YouTube, basically just running his mouth about black people and black women. And today's video is going to show that, and I'm going to go ahead and just play some of this that I've seen from Duke the Don on his channel right here.
I'm going to play this joint. I want y'all to hear what she said specifically, okay? You guys press a 1 in the chat room if you can hear it.
You're saying that that was the end of Europe being one way, and America being one.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Here we go, right here.
Gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in
Get
trouble.
you.
Gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in
Get
trouble.
Now, she was getting ready to make her statement, and before she got ready to make the statement, she knew, she was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this statement, right? She knew she was gonna get in trouble for the statement, right? Which, if you really think about it, that right there is the downside to censorship.
The problem I have with this is that he's already going to cut off the video, so he's going to go ahead and already build up a defense wall for whatever Pearly is about to say here. So since Just Pasty Things wants to go out here and say something stupid here in the next few seconds, he's going to go ahead and build it up and be like, nah man, see, this is the problem with censorship. No, the problem with censorship is that y'all don't know how to work around it. Where it is that some people don't know how to build an argument without cussing all the time, where it sounds so stupid, or that you can't properly articulate the argument in a way that's not based in inaccuracies or defamatory comments or things that's just not, factually true. Those type of things. That's what, upsets you when it comes to censorship. If your opinions were so true and so accurate, then why can't you articulate those? Why can't you just say them? Because it's so true, if it's factual, and for whatever reason nobody can know about this, that doesn't make any sense. If it's meant for the world to hear, it's meant for the world to hear. So you might as well just say it.
You feel me? When you have to think, when you get ready to make a statement that you feel is an accurate statement or that you feel you need to say, but then you kind of pause because you know somebody's going to get offended and you know somebody's going to get upset about what you're getting ready to say, right? So let's play what she said.
Okay. Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. That sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do is they embellish. And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was, right? But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Now, obviously, this is an older clip. This is one that happened right before the H3 embarrassment that happened to Just Pasty Things. So this is that interview. So I'm not going to be over-exaggerating some of the things here.
That's what you niggas offended about? That's what y'all are offended about.
Also, please subscribe to Duke the Don's channel. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. This guy's channel is amazing. If you like this type of content, he has endless amounts. So if you want to go down one of those rabbit holes, he's got a lot of material with a lot of videos and a lot of critiques that are very interesting to listen to. So I'm a big supporter of that channel. I've signed on to a lot of different of these channels, but his right now to me is the best. It doesn't have nowhere near enough subscribers. Please subscribe.
Now, the guy that was up there, he was talking about what happened in Germany. And he said he feels that parts of it was embellished. Pearly said this sounds similar to the slavery thing, where parts were embellished for certain purposes. Now, first of all, I get why some of you Negroes are offended. Some of you don't know what the word embellish means.
You know what? He's right. I don't believe most people do know what embellish means, including his dumbass. Now here at Ran-DomU, we actually have a literary department where we can actually look at Webster's and actually get the real definition to what embellish actually is. And here it states, embellish, where is it? Adorn, decorate, to add ornamental details to, beautify, deck, bedeck, garnish, ornament, dress. So basically, what they're trying to say is incorrect. Embellish actually means to dress it up, look pretty, put red lipstick on the donkey. You know why? Because it was ugly. Most of this should just really prove to you how stupid the people who are trying to defend these opinions, and also how stupid the people who originally had these opinions are. They are idiots. But yet somehow people are still giving them their money. For whatever reason, these people don't know anything. They don't even know the basic parts of the human or English language. These people are so stupid, they don't even understand the real word they want to use is exaggerate. She's so dumb to realize that her favorite author, I guess he really did want to actually embellish slavery. You know why? Because you had to dress it up. There's no way you could actually make it out to be exactly as horrible as it really was. So you have to put the red lipstick on the donkey just so people can actually absorb the content. There was a myth put out there just so you can know something how bad it was. Roots was terrible, but slavery was way worse. So what do? You give them some, little drops here and there so you can at least understand that how bad it really was, but you can never even actually wrap your mind around how horrible it truly was. Roots was just the best thing they could do at the time given the budget. Now, just because I'm feeling like being petty right now, I want to start pointing at this man's background and start critiquing it just a little bit. If I'm looking in the background right now, I'm pretty sure I noticed that there's two swords from The Legend of Zelda back there by Angry Man. There's also about 6 DBZ or DBS, Dragon Ball Z figurines in the background as well. There's also a flute from the Green Ranger from Power Rangers. And it looked like there was an R2-D2 trash can, but I think that's just a trash can back there. So quite frankly, this guy's a nerd. And I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm a nerd, so I probably get along with this guy just fine. But the problem is, this guy's over here sending angry takes because I'm pretty sure he's just an angry man, which I guess that fits. But I think the only reason he went with angry man is because angry gamer was already taken. This guy clearly plays video games. He's clearly a nerd, just like me and many other people out there. That's cool. And he probably got denied by a lot of black women. And unfortunately, that's triggered him to have a lot of these opinions that are completely opinionated and completely false. I forgot to also mention there's a Thanos figurine in the background as well, and I think there might be a Yu Yu Hakusho. So, once again, nerd. And lastly, this man needs to take that fake Cuban links chain off his neck, acting like it's not going to turn his neck green in the next 3 hours or by the end of this live stream.
Some of you don't know what the word embellish means. So, embellish means you take something that is already a certain way and you extrapolate it, or you try to make it even worse than it already was. Now,
well, we all know that's not true. I just read you the definition.
If you notice, she said where they're trying to embellish certain parts, and I'm not saying it wasn't horrible. So she gave you a disclaimer. She said, I'm not saying it wasn't horrible. Now, what she said about Roots was accurate. What she said about Roots was a fact.
Yo, I hate when people do this. Which part of that is a fact? And I guarantee you he's not going to say which part of that was actually a fact. She just laid out opinions. None of that was fact. I really want to know which part. Like, he's one of those house Negroes who just never realized he was a house Negro. He just didn't realize he was in there. Like, he just doesn't understand how far gone he really is. Like, how much of a Sly Cooper he really is at this point.
You can go look it up. You can go look it up. What she said about Roots was accurate. Now, for those of you that want to say, oh, she's one of the white liberals that try to use XYZ to control people, but she just described to you what white liberals do.
I'm literally giving this nigga a chance here. I'm giving him a chance here.
Cut the rope, Don. Cut the rope.
Because so far, he's basically basically just sweeping the fact that she just said slavery was in parts of it, or slavery was an embellishment, and he's criticizing us. Think about it. This tone, this manner, he's finger wagging at us. Meanwhile, he just basically said the very same thing that should basically get you thinking about the type of woman that would invite a racist to the podcast and make that kind of comparison to Nazi Germany.
Oh, and don't worry, this is about to get much worse.
They lack the ability. They lack the fucking ability to have a real conversation with you about it. Okay?
They're winning another kid's lunch money.
Now, I'm gonna say this, and there's gonna be a bunch of people that's gonna get offended.
Uh-oh. Sly Cooper alert. For those who don't understand my Sly Cooper reference, it's reference to a raccoon. He is from the video game Sly Cooper, which is posted right here on the screen.
But I'm gonna fucking say this shit, right? During slavery, a slave was extremely valuable.
I really need to know where he's about to go with this one.
Okay? Extremely valuable. Now, I'm not saying that slaves were not beaten. I'm not saying that slaves were not deleted. That, of course, happened. But that did not happen the way it happens in movies.
This guy is really trying to make the argument that the gore that you see in movies is actually worse than what happens in the real world. This is a man trying to cake up so hard for this white girl that he has completely forgotten his blackness altogether. This is real sad. Like, this is really sad.
And the reason why it didn't happen the way it happens in movies, okay, is because in the movies, they want you to see it be as barbaric as possible. So that
yes, so they can be as realistic as they possibly can. Because they can't possibly make it as realistic as it actually was. Because nothing can be that bad. How
you will be offended, so that you will be butthurt, and to be truthfully honest, so that you'll constantly be in this state of what's the best way to put it? I'll put it to you like this. It's an agenda by the left.
I'm being dead serious. Like, if you are subscribed to Angry Man, or if you donate money to his Patreon, please stop. Please stop. Don't do it anymore. This man has no idea what he's talking about. Literally no idea. This man is really about to talk about it being some type of leftist agenda. Like, first of all, I don't hear anybody in politics even talking about this ridiculous issue. Like, I don't hear this regurgitated anywhere but from these idiots on the internet. When they're talking about the left and the right, they're talking about mainstream politicians, more or less like Trump or Obama. I haven't heard any of them talk about any of these issues that, for whatever reason, they decided they want to bring up and be controversial about.
The liberal left and the Democrats, to keep you in a constant state of, I can't stand that group of people for what they did in the past. And then they in turn associate the Republican Party with white people, and they associate the Democratic Party with black people.
Shut up!
You know, it's really disappointing when I look on YouTube and I look on these forums and these other different platforms, and I see so many black people selling out for views and clicks and money and people to donate to their Patreon, and they come up with these elaborate schemes to scam a whole bunch of young people and people who don't have money the way they do because they grifted off of everything and they, you know, hack the algorithm, and then they just start stealing money from you, because that's really what's supplying most of these people's lifestyle, is the fact that people keep donating to their channel and giving them things that, quite frankly, they have not earned. They're not gurus, they're not smart, they're not intelligent, they're not basing anything in actual facts. It's all opinion based, and they want to talk like they're alpha males and they're top dogs and top G's, and they're nothing. Really, most of these people are just jokes and losers and scumbags, and it just comes from this disease that they have, from really this need to get more, and it doesn't matter. They're just no different than some scammer from, you know, Nigeria or Pakistan, and not to be offensive towards any of those countries, just naming them out there. I mean, hell, there's scammers here in America. I mean, there's scammers right here in Tennessee, so it's really no difference, just naming some. But that's what the problem is. It comes from this need to steal and take and, you know, achieve and acquire things that they don't really deserve. Well, either way, I hope you like the content, so please like, share, and subscribe. to this channel, that'd be great. Right before you go over to Duke the Don channel and subscribe over to his. He provides a lot of this great content that I'm able to use now. So thanks to him and thanks to you. Have a great day, and I'll holler at you soon. Peace.